Okay guys, here's what we're going to do. I made all these videos and I've got a bunch of pictures. I did some on my phone, I did some on my camera, I did some on my tablet. Oh my goodness. And trying to get them all coordinated is just not working. So I've got everything on the PC and I'm going to go through the Mac here and try to do this. So just bear with me. I'll get a good iMovie going. I'll get everything the way I need to, but it's just going to take me time to learn how to do it. Okay, this is all really new to me. So, bear with me. And here we go. Okay. You might think this is silly. I'm trying to hold the camera and record at once, but here, this is me. This is our load in the back. And we're on our way to go look at this 1929 South Bend lathe as people cut in front of us and just weave all over the freeway. Yeah. Anyway. Okay, well, you guys don't have to see the console there because there's a highway patrol driving by and I thought I'd go ahead and stick the phone down in the console. So we're going to go to the next one now. Here's the next one with me in front of the house. Okay, we're standing here waiting to look at the lathe. See the house behind me? Looks like nobody's living there for a few years. Or something like that. Kind of big and scary, you know. Anyway, we're just sitting here waiting. And hopefully it wasn't a drive or nothing. We'll see. Okay, have a great day. Oh, I'll be back on here as soon as we get the garage open. Okay. Yeah, I'm just like 10 years old inside. Bye. And that's the last time I had enough sense to make a video. At least while we were down there on Carquinez Avenue in the Bay Area. Here's after we started loading some of it in the truck. It's just kind of haphazardly thrown in there so far. Couple more pictures of the stuff here. A lot of it had a lot of surface rust on it. Of course, this, you know, it is the Bay Area, and there's a lot of salt in the air. And when this stuff sits down in someone's basement for 25 years without anyone touching it, this is what happens. Yeah, there's that fray all angle head belt plate down there on the ground. So here's the basement. And on the left is the lathe, on the right is the mill. This is after I unloaded a whole bunch of stuff from the basement, so it's really not fair that you see it after the fact, but I was so excited, my mind just flipped out and I couldn't remember to record a doggone thing, guys. Here's the mill in the corner. I didn't even know what the heck it was. Here's a picture of the lathe. It hasn't been touched in a long time because the tops of the dials here, the top of the dial right there, I mean the crank, the hand wheel, I'll get it right sometime, had a surface coat of rust all the way around the top, but the underneath side of it was still nice and clean and shiny. Here's another view of the tail end of the lathe. And there was tons of stuff on the table. I cleaned off the table. Oh, and you'll notice this little light right here. I don't know if you can tell what kind it is, but you can see the base. I've still got the light. And I have it hanging up over the lathe just like Norbert had it. There's the pulley system and then how he changed it. There's some more of the pulley system. Like I say, this thing hadn't used in a long time. That belt's kind of coming apart there. Here's a few more things. Another picture of the lathe. This up here, he had as his on-off switch. It's an old light switch with a ceramic plate on it and a brass escutcheon around there and a Bakelite knob on the top of that. That's what he had for his on-off switch, a rotating switch. There's another picture of the tail end. some more stuff on the ground, a washing machine motor, and this fixture right here. I'm not sure what he was making, but that's for the lathe because it's got a dovetail in it, and let's see if I can do this without dropping the camera. There we go. It's got a dovetail in it. So he's done quite a bit of work on that, and I never did figure out what the heck that was for. So here's another picture. There's another one of the mill in the corner. This is my workbench at home when I started unloading this stuff and just piling it on the workbench so I can go through it one at a time. Well, one something at a time, not one box, but I didn't realize how much stuff there was till I got it home. This is what he had mounted on the overarm. There's the motor on the right. There's a big belt cover for the pulley and belt system for the cross feed. That goes on the back of the mill. And this had a label showing it as war material. And apparently it was put together by the Aircraft Machinery Corporation in Burbank. They took the Sharp God, if I could talk. They took the Sharp Model 0. They made the overarm hold this fray milling head and made the belt drive system for it, and apparently they were using it to manufacture parts for the war. Yeah, this is inside of my house. It's kind of a mess there. I'm trying to figure out how to pick it up to get it into the garage through the door. I guess I'm still trying to figure that out. Here's another picture of my friend's truck. This is the second load that we had to go down and get. The first load, I didn't even get a picture with the lathe and everything piled in the truck. It was piled pretty high, and I had to put some extra air in the tires before we started the journey home. But there's the belt drive system that was on it. It was stuck in his garage underneath a cabinet with a whole bunch of stuff piled on it, and I'm really lucky I found it because I don't think I could duplicate that. I don't know if I'd want to. Yeah, here's another picture of a few things. The overarm, the fray head, and some other parts you've already seen there. There's the base to the mill. I'm still trying to figure out how the heck I'm going to get that thing inside the house, or inside the garage. There, you can see where the overarm bolts on there for the belt drive. Not the overarm, what am I trying to say? The belt drive would bolt right here, and it hangs up above the top of it there. When we were moving it, we dropped it on one end of the table and apparently bent the screw. And when I tried pulling it out, I noticed somebody dropped it on the other end of the table. Oh, here's a picture of something that I wanted to build for the front of it as a kind of like a tool caddy right here. But that's just a picture I got off the internet. I'm not sure if I ran out of pictures here. Oh yeah, here we go. Here's a picture of the table I'm starting to make for the lathe. And I picked the legs up off of Let Go for 30 bucks. And I got them all clamped together. I ended up welding those together. I stopped at my local lumber supplier and got some 2x12s. And this is what I put together. So this is where the lathe is going to mount. I took out my handy dandy propane torch and give it a little age. There you go. I had to cut a little bit off of it because I have an area that I'm putting it. There you go. And it's got to fit in there, so I had to cut a little bit off the end of the table. I still don't have the motor underneath it. I don't have the pulleys mounted up on the back or left. I don't even have the thing put together yet. There's another picture of it. You know, just really tell you what kind of a person I am. I didn't know anything about all this when I went to go pick it up. I didn't know how to move it. I didn't know how to do anything, so I just started taking parts off. I didn't have time to get on the internet There we go. There's another picture. Anyway, I didn't have time to get on the internet to see how to take this doggone thing apart. I didn't know just 2 bolts underneath here would have taken the whole headstock off. So what do? I pulled the shaft out with the pulleys on it, and I screwed up the shims, so I had to make new shims and redo all that stuff in there too. But anyway, this is where I kind of stand right now, and I'll be getting back to you with some pictures soon. Okay, this will be my first post, so bear with me, guys. I'm new at all this, and let's see where she goes, okay? Thank you very much for tuning in. I really appreciate it, and I'll be talking to you again. Have a great day. Flathead Ron out.